Hey guys, my name is John.
And I'm Kanisha, and welcome to our channel. As we all know, February is Black History Month. Even though we're not in school anymore, we should all take a moment to look back on our history, just to remind ourselves of where we came from. So currently we live in Washington, D.C., where there is a lot of history here, even today. For example, U Street, also, which used to be known as Black Broadway back in the 1920s. It used to be, I guess, the Harlem Renaissance, and it housed a lot of black businesses, such as Lee's Flower Shop, Uncle Ben's Chili Bowl. It also had Howard Theater and Lincoln Theater, both which are still here today, and I believe Uncle Ben's Chili Bowl is still up today. Also, there was Georgetown, which, fun fact for me that I learned about Georgetown today was that it used to be predominantly black people, which is the opposite of how you see Georgetown today. And kind of want to know what happened between back then and now. If our ancestors were able to, go through segregation and build black businesses, why can't we?
Alright, so Kanisha left the open-ended question, so we definitely want to hear you guys' comments down below. But we're going to share our thoughts in a later video of what we think happened from back then to now. We both believe that Black history should be taught every day and not just 30 days out of 365 days. But it is Black History Month, so let's go ahead and talk about it. As Pookie mentioned earlier, she talked about how our ancestors were able to flourish and become business owners and entrepreneurs back when they had so much going on. Because you had post-slavery, you had the Jim Crow laws, you had the Great Depression, you had the end of the Civil War, which ended in 1865, and they were still able to create businesses, right, and become entrepreneurs. So that just makes us think like we literally have no excuses on why we cannot become successful in whatever we want to do with ourselves. Because if they did it with little to no resources, we could do it with what we have today. Some may argue that we have nothing today, but the truth of the matter is we have way more than what our ancestors had back then. So they paved the way for us to do more with what they gave us. So are we gonna just waste everything that they fought for, or are we going to take it and continue to build it and make it 10 times better? So you may ask yourself, well, what has got to do with building wealth? You guys supposed to be the wealth builders, right? Well, that's a great question, because we heard something before where you have to know where you come from in order to know where you're going, and to where we're going, we are building wealth, right? So we need to look at how our ancestors built their wealth and started their businesses from little to nothing, and we need to take it. We need to do and take and learn from what they did, and then apply that today, right? So I want to show you guys this book that I read. It's called The Miseducation of the Negro. So bam, check that out. Very powerful. The title, it says The Miseducation of the Negro, right? And it's not about how, we're not learning what school teaches us. It's not about that. It talks about how we don't know our history and how we don't know where we come from. And if we know where we come from, we can become better in the future. Definitely like this video, subscribe, and please stay tuned, because we are documenting our journey on building wealth, and part of building wealth is education, right? So stay tuned, as we will be posting videos every single week on what we have learned and what we have done that contribute to our wealth building. So we see you guys in the next video.